Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a map from a creator we have done 8 times in the past on this show. They have plenty of experience and are particularly skilled at a certain type of map. I'm going to say that in my heart of hearts, I feel that this is one of those creators who I have genuinely seen improve wholly as a creator over the time that I've been reviewing these maps, and I'm really quite excited to check out some of their new work because we've not seen any of their maps for quite some time. So what I'm looking forward to today. One thing I'm also looking forward to is seeing you get some exercise. That's right, and a 1 and a 2 and a click. And rest. I should have asked you to stretch before doing that, but you know, I thought you'd take the risk. If you pulled a muscle, my apologies. Today's map is Asheville Airport by JNobs. Yes, JNobs is back with another real-life location and another nicely polished real-life location as well. There's your start square. There might be an airport in there somewhere. Somewhere, an airport, which is handy because it's Asheville Airport. There's your terrain heights, lots of buildable space in there indeed. Very nice location, this one actually. And resources, if you want to do some farming and a little bit of forestry, we are pretty good there. A little bit of ore there as well, for that matter. If you want fishing and you've got Sunset Harbour, there's a little bit of salmon and anchovy fishing in that lake. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, I got some ultra low tried trees there as required. On the right hand side, on the left hand side though, we have got trees and shrubs by Pidelmo. Yeah, but they're not on the right. More about that in a moment. We'll be using the Aguil Vare theme and the Relight Bleak Lut. So yes, there's the ultra low tried trees is the only requirement for this map. But the map does use the other items. So I think what we got here is a, hey, you can save on some assets if you're very, very good. You may have noticed some streetlight clipping there. You may have done. Let's just ignore that one for now, for reasons. So yes, yeah, this map will probably look okay with just the ultra low tri trees, and then it'll look, as it does here, a lot better than okay with the full mix of trees. I would like to have seen maybe a one-click collection or the list of all of those things on the right-hand side, because the thing is, let's say you do want to have the map looking with all of the trees and shrubs. You've got to, well, not say Google search, but you've got to workshop search for those individual items if you don't already have them. And that's a lot of work. It's just nice to have the click, isn't it, I feel. So it's a minor grumble. I'm not going to slash half a dozen votes off of this map based on the lack of a link, when this map would probably be perfectly fine without all the extra trees. Probably. Slight misalignment of the highways at that bridge. Very slight. The other thing that this map could... here we go. There's another one of these street lamps. It's one of these hazards of the job with JNobs is they're going for true realism. These bridges are at the true realism height. And because of the way that the street lamps tower and the depth of the bridges and such, there's always a chance of streetlight clipping. There are ways and means about it, and I'm not talking about mods. There are ways and means about it, but it's something that I think we can just have to live with. Yeah, I think so. Yes. Now the other thing that this map, well, the description really needs, because it is covered in the description. We do have 700,000 trees on today's map. Now that's more than the maximum, the opposite of minimum. That's more than the maximum limit for the vanilla trees. And so if you don't have the unlimited tree mod, there'll be a huge chunk of these trees missing, which again, I'm thinking actually these other trees here are not part of the requirements. So maybe these take it to underneath that limit, and we have fewer than 260,000 of the ultra low dry trees. Maybe that's what's happening here. A couple of little pull-ins there for a little pee in the trees, as there's some trees to pee behind. I think that's pretty reasonable. Anyway, so I kind of get it. Is that we haven't listed all these other trees, so therefore we don't need the unlimited tree mod. But if you want them, you do want the unlimited tree mod, and if you want them, you probably know about the unlimited tree mod anyway. If you're going to search for the trees, you're probably going to go to the extra effort of making sure you got the unlimited tree mod. Well, what happens if you don't know about the unlimited tree mod? Start square intersection and airport. Yep. Based on real life locations, and you can be absolutely sure that J Knobs hasn't skimped here. They really haven't. What I'm loving about this map, and I'm loving about a lot of their maps more recently, is they haven't felt the need to put in absolutely every single road. Because I said we've done them 8 times in the past. Episode 130, 363, 403, 550, 575, 660, 853 and 893. Last time was 893, a little while ago now. And across there we've got a couple of 9s, we've got 4 10s, we've got a 13 star. Yeah, that was, if you want to check it, it was episode 660. And episode 363, where I didn't give any stars at all. I felt it just didn't fit in with the way that we do the show, and it just wouldn't have worked. Oh, hello, we got some stop-start water. Is that starter map water flow? That might be starter map water flow. We will come back and check that in the second half of the show. I don't know. It may be. We will soon find out. Another nice slick intersection here. I'm not talking about the quality of the intersections. They are very, very slick. Oh, hello. Did you see some trees on the road there? There might be a couple of trees in the road there. That's a rare thing on today's map. When I say it's a rare thing on today's map, I don't think I found any others. Don't think so. Oh, hello, we've got some more stop-start water over there as well. That's a bit worrying. Now, maybe, though, if this is going downstream, that is on the edge of being pushed off the edge of the map, and we will be good. Maybe. We'll come back and have a look. The rail, yeah, you're going to get good rail. This is interesting. I'm wondering what will happen here. Because we've got a little bit of elevated rail over the road there, a little bit of this. But you've got the 2 level crossings right next to each other. So, level crossing is open. Car pulls up over the rail, stops because the other thing is down. Will it get crunched through by a train? Ooh, I don't know. I would imagine, actually. I would imagine that is probably what's going to happen. Maybe the train will stop before the car. Maybe the train will stop. Or is it like GTA? The train doesn't stop for anything. I spent the longest time, like a lot of players on GTA 5, trying to stop the train. The train doesn't stop. You can't stop that train. It stops at stations and that's it. Yeah, once it's rolling, it's rolling. It's the immovable object and all that sort of thing. We have this rail. The rail is very slick. I'm not even talking about you can see the quality. There's no point in me saying, "Ooh, look at this. This is very slick. This is very level." And yeah, it is. It's all of those things, and it follows the routes, which you would want it to do. I had a look at Google Earth, and it certainly seems very good. And no catenary chaos. Boom. Everybody's happy, including me. Intermission will come back for the shipping right after this.
Are you fed up with random vanilla buildings spawning in random locations? Do you want a specific type of building in a particular zone? Then you need the beginner's guide to theme management. Click the information button below.
And so back to the shipping, and well, those rivers aren't really built for shipping, are they? But we do have an air route, which is very handy when we have an airport. In fact, having read the description and the comments, there are actually 3 airports in this area. This is the main one, of course, all lined up nicely with the runway. And apparently, and I can't mark it down, but because it's been fixed, they forgot to put the air route in. Apparently. But hey, listen, it's working and it's fixed. So hey, that's good. That's good. Okay, water flow. Not really one for the vanilla base game rules, okay? It's very shallow, it's very narrow, and it's very slow moving. There you go. We're not getting any arrows. You can see it is moving, but we're not really getting any arrows out of this. So custom assets or other tricks for getting the water to your citizens, I would suggest, is the plan. Probably playing with mods is the way to go. We've got some trees getting very close to the water's edge, but they're fine. Actually, trees do they do go and grow very close to the water's edge. They don't go to the water's edge. They don't sort of like migrate there. Airport. As we are near the airport, this is a very wibbly wobbly. Well, actually, it's not at all, is it? It's very straight. Absolutely a beautifully done airport. I love this. Lovely. It's just, you know, it's just simple. It's clean. And we've got the outlines of some of what would be the buildings there. The terminals and hangars and stuff. That's what all those odd-shaped rectangles and oblongs are. They're not actually roads. They're just outlines of big buildings that we should be aware of. And we'll be checking out maybe a couple of those a bit later on, because I did Google. I had to go and have a look in Google Earth. Yeah, map like this you have to check against real life, don't you, just to see. And yeah, I can confirm it looks pretty damn good. Also, this looks pretty damn good as well. Love the tree work here. Didn't actually have a look at the hills to compare, but it looks good. We've got the Aguil Vert theme, which is amazing, which gives us some really nice quarry effects and stuff like that. Let me just bounce that. Sorry, there we go. Back with you. Sorry, bad editing. That's supposed to go unseen. Sorry. We've got... Forgot about that. The Aguil Vert works really well for quarries. Okay. And down here as well. So it's something to think about maybe if you're using the theme mixer and you want to have a nice looking quarry. Then you've got this. This is an industrial area. There's 3 industrial units there of those shapes, with the roads linking up through them and the rail running directly behind them. And yep, I can confirm. I'm not checking every item on the map, but why would any of them be wrong if those are right? Oh yeah, saying about the trees getting right up to the water's edge. Do you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Trees do that, and that as well. They do. They get their feet in the water, but that is it. That is it. They take their shoes off. They don't need to keep their trunks on. Right, then we have don't need to put their trunks on even. Keep them on. They can keep them on under their jeans. That's what they do. Trees, good density, lots of trees, plenty of trees. Already discussed the unlimited tree mod. Shapes of trees look very nice as well. I think it's the most polished, but it is very stylized, and I think stylized works quite nicely on a map like this as well. And you might want to come along and polish these areas later as well, but I'm good with it. I'm very, very good with it. Back to that river. Right, so is this stop-start water, or is this a permanent thing? Well, it looks like it's giving clues that this is permanent, because that seems to be a bit of an issue. It might want to speed this simulation up a bit, give it a little bit more oomph. Hang on, there we go. And I'm saying that that is a permanent shallow. Now, there is such a thing as fords in rivers, but that just doesn't feel like a ford to me. That just feels not quite done. It's near the edge of the map, and it's not really going to be the biggest of your concerns and problems. So I'm quite happy to say that it's not quite near the edge of the map, but it's getting towards the edge of the map. It's, I would say, on the edge of the 25, if not just outside of the 25, without checking. Back towards Start Square, I guess, because we've seen, I mean, we could check all the accuracy of everything, but there's no point, really. You can see the quality. You know what we've got. You want to see it in full detail. Load up Google Earth. That's the way to do it. Okay, today's asset of the day. This one was just by chance. I already had it scheduled for Thursday. The regional airport terminal building by ReviLoxilef. And it's an airport from New Zealand, as you can tell by that little logo there. If you don't want the logo, I advise putting a billboard in front of it. Yeah, and this is this is an asset that I would very happily use and probably might even consider it, you know, in BonBon Island when I start doing my city build on it. I like this. Yes, so factoids. We should do factoids because factoids. Dr. Johnson. I'm trying to think which Dr. Johnson that is. Anyway, Dr. Johnson is said to have once drunk 36 glasses of port during the course of an evening. How did he keep count? I know you keep passing the port, it keeps coming around to you, but how do you keep count after the first, I don't know, 15? Maybe somebody else was keeping count. Regional Airport Terminal Building by ReviLoxilef. Lovely. Superb, and like I say, on today's map, it was just one of those things that fell very nicely. Both map and asset were scheduled for the same day. Not by plan. But what do you think of today's map? That's the thing. Forget about the asset for now. What do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen or the link in the description. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with an Apple, Gmail, Patreon. Carrier pigeon is available again. What do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, I like this actually. This for me is 4 stars. Having said that, unlimited tree mod, missing assets on the workshop, or missing asset links on the workshop. I would like to see them linked on the workshop, plus the unlimited tree mod. I think I've got to go down the middle on a 3. I think I've got to bring it down because of that, but it is a 4-star map. Detailing, strong. We've got a few little street light clipping, things like that, which means it's not quite perfectly strong. I think it's still 4 stars, but I've got to bring it down to just a lowish 4 because of those. Excellent work though, superb accuracy. Gameplay potential, feels really playable. Feels really, really very playable. Can't play it vanilla rules, issues, medium-ish 4. Medium-ish 4. Yeah, I'd like to see on a map like that, possibly right tucked in the corner, a little bit of like a pool of water with pre-built pipes, which isn't strictly accurate, but means that you're ready and good to go. I think that would add a little bit to a map like that one for the vanilla-ish players. Anyway, good luck with that one. If you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the words of the day into the comments to score some population points just for fun, and I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. Thanks for watching, you lovely, lovely people. See you then.